So, anyway, last we left off, you all were in, searching for clues in Zergo's home city of Balstrad for clues on where Tearstone spies might have infiltrated proceedings. In doing so, you all went to the Tearstone camp and caused a bit of chaos in order to try and shake things up. You succeeded in staging an ambush and killing some of their soldiers.
Are you kidding me? We iced them.
Yep. You were not able to mount an attack on the camp itself, as you were witness to a display of power from the mage, one of the mage units that Spine Ripper has been warning you about. Anyway, you came back and met with Galland again, who was a Dragonborn member of the city council and runs the arena. He basically helped you make sense of some of the clues you discovered. The letter you had found regarding N, you came to the conclusion that N was from Spine Ripper's analysis that N was probably one of the elite assassin squad that reports directly to Lord Tearstone himself, and was not in fact the spy you were looking for. So, without any further leads to go off of, Zergo helped devise a strategy for your next plan of attack. To have everyone split off and investigate different members of the city council. Spine Ripper would investigate Aldrich, who is the sort of representative of banks and business, and would likely be at a bank. Then Cass would look into Norin Haslow, who is in charge of libraries and special collections, information, that sort of thing. Zergo himself said he would go talk to Harland, who you already met, who's the head of the military. Shava was assigned to investigate Mero Dungrel, who is a water genasi and sort of in charge of infrastructure. And finally, Ivy would go check out Yen, who is not actually a member of the council itself, but rather the tiebreaker. Yen Perona.
My Perona?
I hate you.
And lastly, the last member of the council, Thils, who was a gnome, Zergo had said would probably be wandering around anyway, and someone would probably bump into him, as he is a bit of a, he gets around. So, with that in mind, you've all just finished devising this plan at Galland's. Cass, you were able to get one of his scales by asking nicely. And
yes, I remember.
And it's also getting kind of late. It's sort of late afternoon at this point. So yeah, what do you wish to do?
I think we wanted to take like a long rest after this, or at least I did, because my shit's all...
That would be pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll take a long rest.
My shit's all fucked.
Alright.
Java's lazy AF, so...
Makes sense.
Yeah, you and your nut hut.
Yeah. Nut Hut's making an appearance.
God.
So do you guys want to retire to the inn you've been staying at?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way back. Oh yeah, one last thing that you remember from being at the arena is you got Zergo, you caught a glimpse of the current champion, who is a human female by the name of Emma. Galland seems to be fond of her. Anyway, y'all make your way back to the inn without any trouble. And yeah, what rooms are everyone staying in? Are people bunking together?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they kicked Java to her own room, which she just reinforces with her nut hut.
That was true.
Yeah, I remember now.
Sleeping in like the bathtub somewhere.
No, we did boys and girls, but kicked Shava to the boys' room because
Right.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
So
because that.
yeah. So Cass and Ivy, you head up to your room, and Shava, Zergo, and Spine Ripper head up to the other room.
One side of the room suddenly becomes a red nut hut.
Yes. And yeah, you can feel free to have any discussions that you feel like having, or if you'd like to just go to sleep.
4 hours of trancing, the rest of the hours of red hot nut hut of love.
Oh my.
It's very you're all very thankful that the hut is not see-through.
Yeah. And I'm also thankful that it's not in my room.
Also
Because
that.
I spent too much time in there
Ooh.
after the last fight.
It looks like some people are having mic problems.
Oh.
RJ and Ethan are down for count. Good, he can't whisper in my ping ear.
Too much ASMR with Ethan.
If you hear my fan still, let me know, because it's way too hot in this room and I can't not have it on.
Alright. It hasn't been a
So-
problem yet. Here,
Yeah, I can't hear it.
I'm gonna pause while we wait for mic problems to sort themselves out.
Okay.
Rooms, by the way.
Oh, Spine Ripper
Wait,
switching
why?
rooms? Okay.
Rippy Boy would like to switch rooms.
No.
Okay,
No! This
I-
is not allowed.
Ivy and Cass,
Chip leavings are good, like, wait, don't leave me alone with that! To be left alone with that.
so
Here, dumbass.
Ivy and Cass, you hear a knock at your door.
What?
Is
Is what?
You kind of cut out.
oh, she creeped me out with the thing with the hut on the other side of the room.
You can't see it
I
in
can't
there.
name all.
Okay, don't pull any weird shit. You get like 2 pillows. Basically how big you are.
Are you sure about this, Cass? I don't know if I trust him just
Pull any weird shit and I cut your throat.
Just wanted bread.
But we don't have any bread.
Just going to slink over to the corner on the pillows and huddle up and whimper to himself.
You want me to get you bread? Do you want me to take you out to get bread? What the fuck? Is that a yes?
He's in bread distress.
He's
Cass?
in withdrawal.
I'm just gonna walk out and go find bread. I don't want to deal with this shit if he's gonna be in my room.
Are you
Sitting,
in
she
our room?
sees Virgo sleeping in the hall, leaned up against the wall.
I mean, you can come with, or you can deal with the seizing
Cass,
bread child.
Cass, make an investigation check.
I think I'm gonna
Okay, hold
stay
on.
in the room.
15 plus 2.
2. Okay.
17.
So you look for a while, but you have a lot of trouble because, as you recall, most of the food in the city currently is conjured by the create food and water spell. So there's not a lot of variety to be found. You ask.
Do I still have one of those cracker things?
If you didn't use it, if you bought one and didn't eat it, then you would. But that is basically the commodity that is.
Can I buy a single weird cracker thing?
Sure, you can buy one of those for like 5 copper.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the inn
Mm-hmm.
and hand it to Spine Ripper and say, make it look like bread. You can make things taste like things, right? You can just make this look like bread.
He's going to take it, and he's sadly going to rip it apart.
It's not the same. It's like hard, and it like cracks apart instead of coming apart in that satisfying a way that bread does.
And what happens is he sees it break apart unsatisfyingly, and he starts to eat it.
Oh, you've never seen Spine Ripper eat bread, but I mean, this isn't really bread, but yeah.
Imitation bread.
Also, crumbs are getting in your beds.
Clean this up, you piece of shit. Clean it up.
He'll use prestidigitation to clean it up.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
No, it'll still feel like there's crumbs in there.
That is true.
Oh no, it does actually clean the surface.
It does. It's like a psychological thing. Like
my God.
you know that spell got rid of all of it, but you still can't help but feel like there's crumbs. But
Yeah, Zergo's now just sitting out in the hallway.
I'm grabbing all the blankets off of the bed. Except for, like, the bottom sheet that has all the crumbs on it.
Mhm.
And I'm sleeping under the bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna just take all the bed sheets off and sleep on the mattress.
I imagine it's a two-bed room, that is. So it's just one of the beds that has crumbs.
Hey, Rebecca, you're kind of quiet.
Am I? Okay.
A little
I
bit,
moved
yeah.
my mic so
I
you can
turned
hear
her-
my slurp sounds.
I turned her volume up. I mean, my mic's right next to my face. You can't hear me.
You want to turn her volume, Rebecca, up.
I
I'll
did.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just see what she does as a fix.
There. How about that?
That's better.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Cool.
Anyone else have anything to do?
You mean besides sitting out in the hallway? No.
Okay.
Java's good.
Besides crying
Java has
for
3 beds
fake
to
bread.
himself now.
Yep.
I'm keeping
I will
watch,
try to
but I'm
guard
doing it in the
myself.
hallway.
Yeah.
You know
Uh,
what? I'm gonna sleep with my shield on top of me.
Okay. Done.
Do you need another blanket?
No.
I can
I'm
probably.
using this shield to guard myself from him.
What do you guys have against the Gobbo boy?
Go to bed, bread child. Don't pull anything weird.
One rippy boy.
One rippery boy.
So, all right.
No, you know what? You know what I'm doing when I wake up?
What's that?
Using pyrotechnics.
I hate you.
Mm-mm.
All right. So you all get to bed and have varying degrees of comfort and sleep. I will leave to the imagination what Shava does in the room she has all to herself.
I'll give you a hint. It has literal use of Hat of the Skies.
Oh no.
Kill Bill sirens in the distance.
Are we sure Shava is just actually not a sex offender? Like, do we have solid evidence of that?
I'm not
I
gonna dispute
don't
it.
know.
Anyway, so you all have a night's rest. You can all mark off a long rest on your character sheets.
Who knows where
None of it
Gerald
does
found
anything.
Shava?
What?
Who knows where Gerald found Shava?
That's a good question.
I don't wanna know.
She is the dumpster baby.
Dumpster tiefling.
He found her
She's an elf.
tiny hut.
But she's an elf.
Yeah, she's not
Dumpster.
a tiefling.
She's a micro elf.
She had a little leaf
Dumpster
hut that
midget.
she was masturbating in.
All right. So you all wake up in the morning. You can all go downstairs and have breakfast as you wish.
No. You see, they're gonna wake up to a room full of smoke.
Oh,
That's pyrotechnics when I woke up.
what?
I
What?
told you
How exact-
not to pull any shit.
Spine
I'm gonna
Rip-
grab the nearest
You're
object.
asleep. You're
throw it at him.
asleep. You're waking up to smoke.
Spine,
Yeah.
Spine Ripper, what exactly did you do?
I cast pyrotechnics, which creates a 5
Oh,
foot
it's
cube
literally a
of
spell that. Okay.
smoke.
So
Yeah,
yes.
I'm waking up to smoke and I know it's you who fucked up. It's not gonna be Ivy.
Bread
Spider-Man
boy!
I grabbed the nearest
cast
object
smoke
and
and then
tossed it out of.
and he slinked out of the room to the Red Hot Nut Hut room.
Shava Spine Ripper enters the room.
Ivy, is there any way to put this
The
out?
hut's still there. I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to think.
Fire Ripper, there's no more
I'm gonna
beds.
take out my thorn whip and I'm gonna start propelling it around everywhere.
Cool, you'll hit yourself.
Please do not hit me.
Yeah, Spine Ripper, there's no beds in the Nut Hut room. They're all under the hut.
Oh no. Why do you need so many beds?
He's just greedy, honestly.
Spine Ripper, your worst fears are true.
My word, there's no beds.
or that you were entirely justified in leaving this room.
Yeah. She consumed the other bed in the night.
Oh my god.
Beds.
Oh, but she certainly stains them.
By the way, Zergo, how are you going? Remind me how you're going around at the moment. Like, what level of disguise you're in?
I have that basic black cloak and the mask that
Okay.
that Cass gave me.
So ornamental mask raises a few eyebrows, but gets the job done.
All we
Being
can
better
see,
than the alternative.
Yep.
all we can see is your beefy green hands.
Yep.
Beefy green man.
All right. So, cut to you can all come downstairs for breakfast, as usual, and discuss your plans for the day.
So we going out to trail now, or are we waiting until it's darker and we can be less obvious?
Spine Ripper has already left.
What is
Okay.
that?
You're free to leave whenever you want. I'd recommend going during the day, since you can actually find them in their work environments. Sneaking into houses tends to be a little harder.
Alright.
You don't know that Rippery boy.
I mean, Cass can really turn into anything she wants, so.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'll have too much difficulty investigating Yen.
Hopefully not.
What
Well,
was the name of the person I was investigating? I need to write this down.
You're investigating Marrow.
Mary.
Listen, if any of you need help and you fuck up, let me know. I could probably do it. I don't know, whatever.
Do what?
If you fuck up, I could unfuck up.
Get unfucked.
All right. Spine.
Unfuck it.
As you're having this conversation, Spine Ripper, you head outside to begin your search for the probably, I'm guessing your target. You hear there's a person on there's a person that's sort of carrying broadsheets on a corner, and she's and what she's saying catches your attention. She says extra former exiled champion sighted in Balstrad, half orc by the name of Zergo Stonehide.
Spine Ripper is going to approach her,
Okay.
Go build something.
kind of like jump up and grab her shirt,
Okay, she sort of
like
yelps.
pull her down to his level.
Okay. She says,
And where did you get that information, lass?
she sort of stammers. I was just, my boss was given these. He did.
Who is your boss?
It's just he runs the press. That's all. He
Do
doesn't.
me a favor.
Yes.
Stop spreading these. House with weasels.
I mean, we all are.
Again, you broke up.
She says, we all are.
Oh, all right. Where can I find your press room?
The administrative district. It's...
Right. See you later. You're getting weasels in your house tonight.
Oh my god.
You don't know where my house is.
I'll find you. And he's going to shuffle off to the presses.
Okay. Meanwhile, back inside.
I am outie. Cass has also left the building.
Okay.
I will be leaving too.
If everyone else is gonna leave, I'll leave too. I was gonna wait till night so I can be invisible.
Oh.
That's on you, buddy.
And Zergo?
He's gonna take a minute, have himself a good deep breath before putting on his mask and heading out.
Okay.
Does you hear the lady?
Yeah, as all of you who leave see this woman and hear her announcing the presence of Zergo somewhere in this city.
Oh god.
Yeah, Zergo, you're screwed.
You're still in the building.
Oh, I'm not.
He came out too.
Oh.
I want to punch Shava.
So I'm gonna run away.
I can't dodge! I
fucking
can't dodge!
I'm kidding.
Run, you little wimp.
Hey, be nice. We don't want to draw any attention. Any more than we already have, apparently.
Alright.
I'll
this is
just keep
going
silently
swimmingly.
walking.
Okay. So, do you all split off at this point?
Sure.
Okay.
Spine Ripper knows what he has to do.
Okay. Let's start with Spine Ripper then. You're heading to the presses. Alright, yeah, you can find them without much trouble.
Okay.
It's small-ish building. It's not the fanciest building. It's got a very functional appearance. And you enter to see a bored-looking attendant with a pair of spectacles and a quill, just sort of scribbling things down. Looks up, says, peers through with glasses. Oh, don't get many goblins around these parts. Can I help you?
I'm not just any goblin. Name's Jim. I am a press inspector, here to inspect your presses.
Make a deception check.
Hold on, I need to check what my... You're 9...
Bards.
Yeah, deception plus 9.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I got a 10.
You got a nat 1 plus 9. Nat 1 plus 9.
His eyes narrow. It says, we don't really get press inspections. Or do you have like some sort of identification,
Well,
Jim?
you see, my identification is over there. He points behind him and turns himself invisible.
make another deception check. With
He
disadvantage.
turns invisible.
Boy.
Well, he has to see if the distraction works.
Oh.
Good job.
I mean,
You got the same number
I got
twice.
15 twice, so 15 plus 9.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah. So he says, like, what? He looks behind him, like, what? Where? And he looks back. Damn it!
damn it! Can't believe I fell for that.
All right, Spine Ripper, where are you going?
The presses.
I mean, you're there. You see, there seems to be some sort of back room.
Yeah, I'm going to where they make the papers.
You could
Oh,
say
okay.
this is a pressing matter.
God damn it! That might have to be the title of the episode.
Oh no.
We'll see.
Please pressing matter.
Yeah. You make your way back to where they print the broadsheets. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty rudimentary. Like when newspapers were first invented, I don't know how this stuff works. It's
The
mechanics.
printing press.
Printing press. Yeah, there you go. There are a couple people working here and there. Well, it looks to be an office.
They're going to have an infestation.
Oh my god, is it Bag of Tricks? Oh no, it's Bag of Tricks time.
No.
A 4, a 4, and a 2.
Okay,
What?
thank God there were no 8s. Wait, that's not much better. Okay, so that would be 2 boars and a giant rat.
Yes.
So these 2
Boy.
large, ornery, furred pigs
And,
with tusks.
by the way, I still stay invisible because that doesn't count as an action or an attack.
You're not wrong. So they suddenly have these animals appear, and there's some shouts of alarm. And what are you having them do?
Destroy everything.
Oh,
Great.
okay. So
All the equipment they need to make the papers.
okay, so the let me see what their attack. What are their attacks like? Well, let me see their statistics. Add them to your creature tab. Actually, it's extras now.
Okay.
They renamed it. It looks like.
Be quicker for you to do it because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay, I'll do it then. Let me get rid of the ones you had before.
That's fine.
Remove. Beast companion, pet. I think pet.
No, do other.
Other. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Misk. I want Misk for miscellaneous.
While you're doing all that, I'm pondering the horrifying prospect of Thalos being way too big.
Giant.
Okay.
Art. It's art stuff.
Boy.
Arts.
I
Just
see.
imagine him, but to the scale of like twice as big as he normally is.
Large boy.
Dick.
Okay, so 4 damage, charge. Alright, so they can charge.
And the clap of his ass cheeks keeps alerting the police.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, they start messing up the presses, and you see, they send someone out to try and get to go get the guard.
I am going to let's see spells. Going to I'm gonna trip that guy.
Just stick a leg out.
Yup.
Okay, this is. I'm gonna say this would count as an attack for the purposes of invisibility.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead and just make an attack roll.
Do I add anything to it or no?
Just your unarmed strike. So +3. Yours is a +3.
14.
Yeah, you send him face planting as you become visible, and where do you do this exactly? Where in the shop?
Well, I guess he'd be running out the hallway to the front, so he got tripped.
Yeah. Okay. So he says. So he looks up and sees you and says, "Get that goblin."
You can't get me. I'm the press inspector, Jim. Seems to me like you've got an infestation. I'm here to solve that.
He shouts back to the others like, I found the culprit. Come get him.
I am going to slam him on the head.
Just an unarmed strike.
I'm going to use the back end of my rapier.
Okay, make an attack with the rapier.
9 plus 5.
That's a
Yeah,
6.
okay, that hits.
And look where the line is.
Oh, okay, 6 plus 5. My bad, so 11.
Still hits.
Okay.
Unarmored.
5 plus 2.
So how much?
7.
7.
Okay, and you're knocking him out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, his eyes roll into his head and he crumples to the ground. And
I'm here for an inspection.
But you do hear footsteps coming from the room you vacated.
I'm to yeet.
Okay. You GTFO.
Yeet self out window.
Okay. Meanwhile, while that's happening, let's go with Shava.
Alright.
So what are you? Where are you going?
Well, what does Marmalade do? Marrow?
Marrow
Close.
with an E.
Did you say marmalade?
Yeah, he did. He added like 3 syllables.
Dude.
Is it Marmaduke?
Marmaduke.
Oh, I was thinking like bone marrow.
No, it's with
Yeah,
an
me
E.
too. That's how I spelled
Sounds
it.
the same way, but spelled differently. What's known as a homophone.
He's a what did you say? A building.
Infrastructure, roads and stuff.
Infrastructure guy.
All right, so
Think of him as RJ, but without the RJ.
what?
Because
RJ
RJ does water stuff.
Oh, okay.
Actual infrastructure worker.
So where would he be?
Oh, you didn't ask.
I did not.
And then
It's
ran.
time for an investigation check.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep, that's what that would be.
All right, good thing I have great
Asked,
investigation.
but instead you had to go throwing shade.
Nat 20
Damn. Okay.
plus 7.
You easily talk to some people
That was effective when she's not horny.
and
Too bad she's horny 90% of the time.
and yeah, you know what? Screw it. He is at the water plant
Bastard.
because I have someone who can tell me how these things are laid out.
Yeah, I mean, I actually can.
You know what? Wait, please, can you do this? Can he sound like Kermit the Frog?
Oh,
The guy,
Oh God!
the council member? No.
Yes. Yes.
why not?
So, I'd go so far as to say he can do a killer impression, but it is not his
I
natural
was gonna
voice.
say, Quinn, how bad
Fair
is your
enough.
Kermit the Frog accent?
I don't think mine's that bad, but
You know, you need him to
Merrily, what did you not see here?
you need him to say upgrade the plant at least once.
yeah, right. Upgrade. We need to
You to
upgrade.
upgrade!
Just like the channel back.
Upgrade the plant!
Okay, so
I vote to upgrade!
okay, so if you want to go for a low tech water plant, which is I'm going to assume is what they have, because they're not going to have advanced science.
Sure.
But you'd be looking at a slow sand plant, which would essentially they'd have water come in, they'd have it run through a couple sets of filters, and they would be multimedia filters of sand, gravel, and then carbon. And then they take the stuff that comes out of the filter, they would remove the particulates by running it through some kind of strainer, and then they would be sent out to a place for storage until.
And the layout of like rooms and stuff.
Okay, so the layout would be you'd have a headworks, you'd have a middle, which would be your base works, and then you would have your effluent. So there's a front. It's basically in thirds. There's the front, the middle, the end.
Okay.
Bless. Said bless.
Okay. So
Tyler.
What?
I said bless.
okay, so like
You're
are we
cutting
talking
out.
like
I didn't hear what
a
you're saying.
big floor or like
You know, most plants they have buildings that are spatiated. They have the set building and then pathways in between.
okay.
There's a set building for a headworks, then there would be a set building for filters, and there would be a set building for effluent.
Oh, so multiple buildings in other words.
Yes.
Okay. So Shava, you come to this plant that is pretty big. It's a big city. You see all these different buildings. Where do you go?
That is a good question.
Excellent question. Let us know when you have an answer.
How about... I'm going to use the hat of disguise to look like some John Doe,
Okay.
and then walk into the plant.
All right.
Good plan. Good plan.
Give me a let's see, what would this be? Give me a performance check.
Performance? Where's my performance? Where's my performance? Whoa! What happened? What happened? 17.
Okay. Not without much trouble, you can get into the plant. No one really pays attention to you. They're all going about their business. Doing what are they doing, RJ?
They would be making sure things work.
All right, so turning
That's pretty
gears.
pretty much what you do.
Probably just, keeping up on the machinery.
Yep. So yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
Alright, so would there be an office, I guess?
Yes, there would be a main office. They all have them.
I'll just go into the main office.
Okay. You head to the main office. And let's see. As you go to the main office, you see sitting at his desk, there is a man. He has sort of turquoise-colored skin. A bit of a clean patch of black hair, faint beard. What's interesting about his appearance is that he appears to be sweating profusely. He doesn't, it's not that he looks stressed or something, there's just beads of water pooling on his skin.
Has that secret sex sweat?
Looks up and says, yes, can I help you?
Excuse me, are you a Marrow?
Yes, he sort of says, I don't recognize you. When did you start recently?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give me a deception check.
What's up?
I got a... Alright, I'm actually at a higher deception than I thought, but I still got a 10.
Okay, he says, I don't remember... he sort of thinks about it for a moment. Says, could you give me a moment to check with the foreman? I don't recognize you.
Yes, sir.
He will exit the room.
Let me see. How long would it take for him to do that?
You don't know.
Where the foreman is.
I want to try to meld into stone.
Interesting. Let me take a look at that. That would be a spell.
Yes.
And that would be meld into stone. Interest. Oh, it's okay. That would take 10 minutes.
Would it be? Yeah,
because it's a ritual.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be enough time, but you don't know.
I mean, can't he just expend a spell slot instead of doing the ritual?
No, I can't.
No,
do that.
it's warlocks. He has
that's a thing. Gotcha.
He has it as an invocation.
Dang.
I mean, you could give it a try. It's up to you.
Want it to be a rock.
I got a rock.
I can't really just leave.
I have to be the marble.
Actually, you know what? Considering that there's no guarantee I can do this, I'm going to turn into a Morrow and then leave the office too. After he leaves, like, wait a little bit.
Okay. All right. You turn into Marrow.
I keep on saying a Morrow. I don't know why. Marrow, yeah.
Yeah, Marrow. And you also leave. Huh. All right. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do? What is your end goal? What are you trying to get to?
That's a good question. What were you looking out for this guy again?
Trying to find out if he's the bad man.
That's right.
Because literally everyone's going to check on someone and able to at least gain some info on which one is the rat.
A little more, maybe.
We might have a little more info on that, actually.
I'm going to...
But only 2 counts on them. There's no servers here. And I was walking around without disguise for a decent chunk of time, though, so that could just been, someone else spawned at me.
Tell you what, Tyler, do you want to jump to someone else and come back to you?
I was just thinking, I want to try to go somewhere out of sight, turn back after I walk out as a marrow. I'm going to go out of sight, turn into someone else, and then walk back around.
Okay.
In the actual plant itself.
Okay.
And see if there's any chatter.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm thinking now that I know what Meryl looks like, if I need to actually talk to someone, I can turn into him and chat them up.
Okay. Just make a stealth check in order to get to, in order to conceal yourself.
16.
Okay, yeah. Without much trouble, you can get to a secluded area as Marrow. Thankfully, without running into the real Marrow.
Yeah.
Spider-Man point meme.
Yep. And you just turn into another worker?
Yeah.
Okay. Generic or someone you've seen on the floor?
Generic. I don't want to risk finding a twin somewhere.
Not risk Spider-Man meme.
Are you going to look different from the one from before?
Yes.
Okay. So you shift
I'm
again.
number 2.
All right.
I'm gonna turn into a version of Geraldo.
Oh my god. All right.
You fool! He's terribly wanted.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah,
that's true. What are you gonna do now?
I'm just gonna walk around, pretend try to fit in and listen to any gossip in the work plant.
Okay, I like it.
Because I know about RJ, they talk about their bosses.
Yeah.
Sass up the workers.
There are some moderately attractive female workers. If you have a preference.
Workers.
I said female.
Oh, female workers.
If Shava has a preference,
He'll be sticking closer to them than normal.
I would imagine.
That is sexual harassment and unwanted advances.
And I don't have to take it.
She's not touching anyone. She doesn't want to get caught yet.
Yeah, you're just listening in, basically.
Yeah, with my elven ears.
Yeah, so just make an investigation check.
That's my forte.
Yeah.
19 plus 7.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's red hot like her nut hut.
Really?
Yeah, you hear people talking about the job, some minor grievances with the equipment, some people expressing a dislike, something of a dislike of the foreman, some people talking about Marrow, who they seem to hold in pretty decent regard. He seems to be taking a while to get back to them about some complaints, but they seem to have respect for his results.
And then out in the corner, I hear upgrade.
one person.
He is a hermit death squad.
There's a guy in the corner with long hair and just that most of them seem to be ignoring. Who's just shouting upgrade? Who looks remarkably like one of our players.
He'll be sitting in the corner.
Upgrade plant. It's too unsafe. Equipment's old. Need to be replaced.
Yep.
Man's a piece of shit. Ignores safety standards.
But yeah, people seem to have good opinions of Marrow.
Alright, I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I want to come back when night comes and I can, actually get away if needed.
Okay, cool. So you abscond.
I know the layout of the plan. I know what Marrow looks like. I know what the foreman looks like. Actually, no, I don't know what the foreman looks like. I know what a couple of workers look like.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I have new templates for my Red Hot Nut Love Hut.
Yes. All right. So you leave for the time being. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you soon. Next up, let's see what Zergo's up to.
So,
yes.
Yes.
As you have heard that you have your presence in the city seems to be known.
Yes. I'm trying to sneak through the city, but I'm dummy thick, and the coffee ass cheeks keeps alerting the reporters.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
Oh wait, that's just Gerald.
I am not drawing that.
I'm not trying.
We tell jokes here. Not every joke has to have a visual representation.
I'm sorry, but
New friends. I'm trying to become more powerful, but the clap of my ass cheek keeps alerting my cunt brother to my location.
Oh.
Somewhere in a hospital bed, Lawrence sneezes.
oh no, Lawrence is in a hospital bed outside the hospital. He hears.
Gerald!
Curse my dummy thick brother.
Just shaking his fist into the air. Gerald! Lawrence, I'm trying to heal you. But that oak was dummy thick, and the clap was actually collapsing your
It's gonna
ring.
keep going, Quinn.
Okay, Zergo. Going back in. Zergo, your mind, you sense your mind starting to wander to thoughts of Gerald, and you shut that train of thought down immediately.
I'm sorry. I need to take it one step farther.
No.
We are not
His
busy
arms are
here.
like spaghetti in the clap of his forearms.
God damn it.
Keep alerting the Zargoyles.
Keep alerting the end table to his presence.
God damn it.
Gosh darn.
You've eaten your last haw.
It's even worse because I'm eating spaghetti right
Alright, seriously, Zergo, what are you doing?
Trying, okay? I made 2 jokes. Kept running with the doctor.
You're not allowed to turn into me. Focus. You can do
No
it.
needs to
Jokes,
break.
but they're dummy thick.
Do we need to cut to someone else?
Oh, I just need RJ to stop fucking talking for a second. Hey. His presence has clearly been widespread. And certainly knowing he is very much not a stealthy boy, to choose just a public seat near the militia building and try to monitor if Harland ever leaves or comes, or, goes in.
Okay.
You gotta wait for Harlan to appear before anything else.
Okay. Make a stealth check just to see how inconspicuous you're being.
Oh, I just told you I'm not a stealthy boy.
Not that any of you probably have ever played it, but in Prototype 2, there's a perk called Inconspicuous, and the description is just mind your own fucking business.
Nice.
It went off the table.
Channel your inner sleepy boy, Ethan.
Oh, that's a net 1.
Oh.
Big smoke, wave.
All right. You got the nat 1 first.
Okay.
Let me see what pitiful number that brings it up to. Honestly, that's surprising. I actually thought it was going to drop.
I thought so too.
Oh, wait, hang on. I get disadvantage from my armor. Hang on. Can I get less? Okay, no, I cannot get less.
No, you physically cannot get less than a nat 1.
Let me see if I can get a second nat 1. I didn't, but... Yeah, that is a 2 off of that 1.
Okay, yeah. So you sit down, just this half orc sitting next to the militia headquarters. There's someone, and you hear.
My face is covered.
Well, are your hands? I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that for you. With that nat 1, no, they are not.
That's my gigantic hands.
You're holding them out like a poor person. Alms for the poor.
He's just twiddling his thumbs too loud.
Yeah, and you out of the
dummy thick, and the clap of his hands keeps alerting the militia to his presence.
Yeah, you hear off to the side someone else calling it. Someone else passing out broadsheets and talking about you, and a couple of militia people pass by your bench. Just sort of, they walk by, and then stop, and then walk back, and sort of do a double take. It's excuse me, sir. What is your business here?
What?
Pull a spine ripper
on the bench. On the public bench?
Outside the militia headquarters, sir.
I don't decide where the benches get put.
Put
the bench outside the militia if you don't want people to sit at it.
Can I ask what the mask is for, sir?
Alright, listen here. You go judging my mask, alright? I have insecurities. I wish not to make them public.
Are some sort of masked vigilante?
Yes, I am the savior of benches. I save seats for people.
All right, sir. Well, then
I'm saving a seat for my friend Jim.
They say, well then, would Jim mind if we took that seat until he got here? Just to help save a seat.
All right, but you gotta give it up when he gets here.
Okay. Cue a very awkward silence.
Cue multiple. Cue the fucking Jordan Peele sweat chip.
Yeah, exactly. What did you say your name was, citizen?
Honest.
What?
I've got to mute the mic for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll let Zorgo stew for a few minutes. or not. Never mind.
We're back. We just had my mom asking a question.
Okay. Yeah. So one of them says, "What did you say your name was, citizen?"
Girl spaghetti arms.
Thalos.
Oh, that's meta.
We're crossing the streams.
Oh God.
Make a deception check.
No.
No. Make it count.
The allure. No, I cannot do it. You fool! I must stay true. Ah.
Are you okay?
You've been rolling that ones on this thing all night. That would have been worse.
Different dice.
That would have been worse. I got a 12.
Okay.
It took me away with edginess, and it would have turned out poorly.
He also can't see your face, though. So
Yes, he can.
Meanwhile, on another planet.
Did you not notice?
Meanwhile,
While I can talk, he can't talk.
Meanwhile, on another planet. Hold on now.
Now, hold on now.
Spine Ripper running down the street.
Hold on now. Ace looks up. What now?
Thalos sitting at the bar pestering Sylvia, sneezes and hits his head on the bar.
Hold on now.
Okay, they do not question further. Then you're just sort of sitting there in awkward silence.
I have a fun way to spice this up.
Okay.
Spine Ripper run by.
Is Spine Ripper going in the direction of the military?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get to wherever the hell Aldrich is, but he doesn't fucking know where he's going, and he just goes to the room, and he's running from the guards.
So he's... Oh, right.
At this point, that's up to the DM.
Yeah, let's see.
I can just picture him as like
Provide a comprehensive map of the city.
Yeah,
Whoops.
you know what? You're a goblin running through the street. Yeah, you attracted some Like, the guards heard the commotion in the press. Yeah, there are some guards chasing you. So yeah, Zurgo, you're sitting there, and a familiar short goblin form runs by, falls swiftly by some guardsmen.
I told you, I'm the press inspector.
They, one of the guards that you're sitting with nods to the other, and the other one just gets up and goes after them.
I can just picture him, hands in the air, sprinting full force down the middle of the street.
The guards are just whittling around in the air. I'm the press inspector. Resisting. I inspect your presses.
A few minutes go by, and Zurgo, you see Harland come through and out, basically coming back to the headquarters. She sees you and this other guard on the bench, and sort of blinks. And the guard says, "Ma'am, we found this man loitering outside the headquarters, and he appears to be suspicious." And Harland holds up a hand.
Loitering.
Harland
It's a bench.
Harland holds up a hand and says, "It's fine. It's fine. He's a friend. You can. She's trusted here." And the guard says, sort of mutters like, "All right," and gets up and leaves. Harland will come up to you, Zurgo, and say, "Hi.
Evening.
Want to chat?"
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. She takes you inside to her private office. Says, "You can take the mask off in here. If you feel like it, I won't stop you if you want to keep it on, just to be safe."
Just for safety. Friendly news of my arrival has been spreading.
Yeah. You have a leak apparently. I'm not sure who else you've been talking to, of course.
Well, to be fair, I also came into the city with no disguise, so...
That's also true. So, did you have something you wanted to talk to me about?
It's a complicated matter.
Well, it's not my specialty, but I can make an exception.
Bluntly, the leads route were misinterpreted. The found was speaking of a different party.
You found
Square Zero.
You found a note, you say?
Yeah, it was, Deerstone Courier dropped it while he was being a bit, ballsy, I guess you would say.
That's valuable intel. Mind if I take a look?
But I don't have it on me.
Who does have it?
That's actually a good question.
I still have it.
Was I the one that picked up the paper, or wasn't it Spine Ripper?
Spine Ripper took it. I
Spine
don't know
Ripper
if
originally had it. Or to Galland, who then handed it back to Zurgo.
Okay, so does Zurgo have it?
Does.
Okay, is he just saying he doesn't have it?
At this point, he's kind of in a trust no one, even the people he wants to trust.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's withholding a little.
All right. Yeah. So she says one of your companions. Then that's fine. Very well. So
It
what's
could be anyone.
Yeah. So what's the next step?
I do mean anyone.
She raises an eyebrow and says, you can. I'd hope you would be able to trust me at least, because just between us, if I was the spy, the city would have already fallen.
I'm not quite sure who to trust anymore.
She says, well, I suppose
It's not even a personal matter. Even if I talk to an innocent person, it's hard to say the rat doesn't have a spell to get them to talk.
Also true. Magic always makes things more complicated. So I always prefer the sword. That's why I always prefer the sword. Much more straightforward.
Terribly so. I'm not very accustomed to all this hiding in the shadows kind of thing, as you saw.
Hey, fuck you.
All I said was I'm not accustomed to it. That was not an insult.
Suppose we've always had that in common.
A gladiator's life.
Yeah. You know, I might have a solution to at least some of this business. The, running around in a disguise part, at least. I mean, obviously I'm on the council and we have some sway over these matters. If you give me something to work with, I might be able to raise the matter of reversing your exile. And I might have an idea of something you could do for me to bring before them. The camp that you've no doubt had dealings with by this point. There's a individual that in that camp that has been giving us quite a bit of trouble whenever we try to scout it out or make any sort of real headway against them.
Let me guess. The fire freaks.
Yeah, he appears to be a mage and brings in heavy ordnance whenever we try to get close. Obviously it's not an easy task, but if you were able to take him out, I think I would have a good chance of bringing the council around on maybe reversing your exile.
I'd have a hard time convincing my compatriots of trying to take that thing head on.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to attempt a frontal assault. You would need to be strategic about it.
Another slight weakness of mine.
Well, you've made some companions. Maybe one of them can help. Obviously,
That part is true.
It's sad that the smartest one of us is Shava.
Smartest, not the most tactical. I'd honestly did cast the tactician's helmet.
So yeah, she says, obviously it's up to you if you want to pursue it, but if you do, bring back proof to me and I'll bring it before the council. You know, the city needs all the help it can get right now. If I
have a way to make a copy of a document in here.
She frowns and says, there are some scribes that could take down the contents of a document.
I were to provide you with some information from one of those camps. You were to copy it down. Do you think that might give you a little leeway?
It'd be a start. If I mentioned it came from you. Of course, counterintelligence is a concern. My fear would be that the suspicious ones on the council might think an exiled champion has every reason to work against the city and give false information.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
It'd be a start. But actions tend to speak louder than words.
Oh, I agree monumentally, but fortunately, given the circumstances, action has been severely limited.
Right. Says, well, do you want to provide that information as a start, or well, do you want to think about it more?
That a yes or no?
I've heard some word among of the soldiers.
Go on.
In the Tearstone ranks.
Currently, at the Tearstone Army, it is mandatory penis inspection day.
Oh my god, RJ!
Shut it up. RJ, hush.
There's 4 assassins, right? 4 or 3?
I believe it's 4. There's 4 dangerous ladies.
There's word that the Tearstones may be sending a small squadron of 4 of their highest assassins to the city. Purpose unknown.
I see. That's good.
Could be 4, could be 1, could be 3, could be all of them. I don't know.
As long as we're not afraid,
I'm not the fucking DM. I just make this shit. I don't control it.
Noted. Well,
because I think he kept the orders similar to what you originally did.
yeah, she says, well, I'll keep an eye out. And I'll have my men keep an eye out as well.
Good. Visiting the other council members for at persuasion, but
If there really is a spy on the council, then you can't be too careful.
but I'm starting to get frustrated at all this hiding.
Leave it to spy.
And I'm starting to think that just showing them my face might send them into a panic.
That's...
Leave it to Spine Ripper. Solve everything.
Spine Ripper's currently running from the guard.
Yeah.
That's not Spine Ripper, that's Jim the Inspector.
That's Jim, the press inspector. How dare
Who
you?
looks exactly like Spine Ripper, but is legally distinct.
Well, she holds out a hand. Good luck.
Shake it and leave.
Alright. We'll get back to Spine Ripper in a minute. First, let's do Ivy.
Insult and slander Jim like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I plan on finding where Yen works. I know she works in some sort of an office building.
Yeah, asking around, or I think Zergo mentioned that she would probably be at City Hall itself.
Yeah.
As the administrative, sort of the person who does the paperwork.
Trying to think.
Hey, Ivy, take an Armstrong approach to this.
Well, I already know,
Oh, that kind of Armstrong.
I already know that I'm going to be using wild shape at some point to disguise myself.
Alright.
Get yourself a rat to find the rat.
Literally, that's what I wanted to do. But I'm trying to think of, like, if I should do that when I'm in City Hall or when I'm outside of City Hall.
How long does it last?
It lasts for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess what I'll do is I'll transform myself into a rat and I'll scurry into City Hall to see if I could find where Yen is working.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage because of your size. And you're using the... I believe you're going to be using the rat's statistics for this.
Yes.
So if you go to your extras tab, and there's like a little drop down. If you select, I think wild shape is an option.
Yes.
Yep. So just search for it. Search in creatures for a rat, and just add that as a wild shape.
Cool.
Yeah, very convenient. So you can use if the rat has a stealth modifier, you can use that. If not, it's dexterity.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
Uh, 14.
Okay, that's fine. You're able to stay out of sight pretty easily. As you scurry, it's a big, sort of got a big lobby, and there are stairs to different levels. You're looking for Yen's office.
Yep.
Okay, so make a perception check. And I believe since that's a mental stat, you're using your own perception. Typically that's how it works.
I mean, you decide how it works, DM. You have the power.
Yes, I know.
Have the power.
E-man. Oh, sorry, DM.
So I rolled a 15.
All right. And your perception is?
My perception is 15.
What's your bonus to your perception?
Well, my actual bonus would be a +5.
Okay, so was that? Did you add the +5 already, or?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so it's a modified 20, in other words.
Yeah.
Okay.
You dirty 20.
Yeah, so you're able to. Yeah, you get up to a row of offices, and you find one with the name Yen on it.
Cool. Oh wait, I didn't really plan this out very well because I'm a rat. Is the door open?
The door is currently closed. Now it's not flush to the ground. You might be able to squeeze through the bottom.
You're a rat. Nibble on the door corner.
I feel like that would take a while.
Quick, find the nearest goth cleric and murder him.
You're a dummy thick rat. Use the clap of your ass cheeks to get through the door.
No, that would have looked guards.
Gosh, I hope not.
I liked Ethan's better.
I'm going to try to nudge through the door.
Okay, acrobatics.
Acrobatic.
Which if you don't have on the rat, it would be the rat's dexterity.
6. A 12. No modifier.
Okay, it wasn't. It's not hard to do as a rat. Scurry under. Pop in. You see a bored-looking female dwarf in robes sitting at a desk, scribbling on some paperwork. She's got a stack of paperwork on the desk.
Okay.
The desk has drawers. She doesn't seem.
Are there any open drawers?
No, none are open thus far. But she seems to every couple seconds, or every few seconds, she opens a drawer, slides a paper into it, and closes it again.
This is the perfect time to suck on her toe.
I'm not going to suck on her toes. Also, as a rat, I only have 1 hit point, so I need to be very.
This is why it's good that Archday isn't currently playing a druid.
Well, the way Wild Shape works is if you take damage, basically, if your Wild Shape runs out of health, you just turn back into your regular form, and carryover damage gets applied to your normal hit points.
It's true. Okay. That's why in my game that I DM, the tank is the fucking druid.
Pretty much, yeah. So basically, you can think of your Wild Shape as extra hit points on top of your regular hit points.
Cool. Okay.
Provided that he can turn into a bear.
Now that said, if you lose those hit points, you turn back.
I will. Is there anything else like around her place that looks significant? Like any loose papers around her office, like scattered on the floor or something?
She seems to keep it pretty orderly and organized. She seems to have basically a few stacks of paper on her desk that she's sorting through at the moment.
Okay. Well, I think to end my turn, I will scurry into one of her drawers as
it's being
she's
opened?
like opening it. Yeah.
Alright, stealth check. Definitely.
Okay.
Is Professor Ratigan?
Another modified 20.
Okay, yeah.
Dirty 20s.
Dirty 20s. No, I turned my nose at that.
Yeah, without any trouble, you're able to sneak into one of her drawers while she's not paying attention.
Okay.
And you'll be able to investigate those papers.
Stuck on her documents.
But let's go to Cass for now.
I need to stop. Pulls out clock. It's time to stop.
Stop going.
Alright, Cass.
Sup?
Yes.
It's time for Phoebes.
Glass
Yes.
of water.
I guess I'm gonna. Wait, didn't he tell me where my person was? Who is my person again?
Norin Haslow, head of special collections, and is usually in charge of information. Pretty much any sort of information, but tends to oversee the libraries.
We need to find the information station. Yeah?
The library.
Okay. I go
She is
to
the head of-
library.
Okay.
She's the head of the library.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I already know what it is. She's the one. She's angry because people didn't turn their books in on time, so she just figured she'd destroy the city.
Oh my
No,
god.
she got people brought berries into the library.
You said a what?
Investigation.
Investigation?
Wait, there are arcane turrets? That's awesome. Why can't I have one?
19.
Okay, yeah. You're able to, you find, by asking just a couple people, you find out she's usually at the, Balstrad Public Library, which you're able to find without much trouble. It's a big, multi-story library with different, sections on different floors. So you enter and see just shelves of books in pretty much every direction.
Too many books.
It's carpeted. It's got nice lighting. It's a fancy.
Cass gets the sun sensation to do a shaba. We're supposed to burn.
What are you doing?
Ow.
I'm not doing anything. She just Cass has the sensation to do a shaba.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
Love?
You read out none of love.
Burn.
Oh, don't be a book burner. That was Nazis.
Oh no.
Not being Nazi.
It's just for a split second.
There's,
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit, see if I can't find a head office or something without looking, particularly suspicious.
Okay. Perception.
Perception. Oh, that's my good one. That's one of my good
Boy.
ones. 15 plus 6.
Okay. You see a sign. You see a sign with a map of the library that puts the offices on the top floor.
Alright, so I'll head up there.
All right, now. Some D&D worlds have elevators. This is not one of those worlds.
That's fine.
You start to climb the stairs, of which there are many. It's like a 5-story building.
Oh.
So
So I'll be a little out of breath by the
old
time I
enemy.
get up.
Lord.
Dares.
Yes. Yeah, you get pretty winded by the time you get to the top. Cardio is not your strong suit.
Wow. And I'm the fucking stealth person.
Your dex, not strength. There's a difference. Sorry, what's your strength score?
Shut up!
Chocolate.
Are you legitimately asking?
No, I know what your strength score is.
I know, but
Java's stronger than Cash.
it's only 9.
Yep. Alright, you get to
This is why I did not partake in that fist fight.
Yeah, you get to the top, and the head office has the name Norin Haslow as a nameplate on it.
Gotta think about how I want to do this.
Oh, does that mean Spinerper's stronger than Cass? Because he has an 11.
Yeah, technically, yes.
That also makes him stronger than Shava.
Yeah, Shava has a 10, so she's also stronger than Cash, but weaker than Spine Ripper.
I mean, Spinerper is the second strongest in the party.
By quite a large gap.
Wait, what's your strength?
Mine is an 8.
Oh, I'm not the weakest in the party!
Wait, we
Ivy's
have
got
8, 9, 10, 11.
Ivy has needle arms, and then Zergo with like 20.
Actually,
Why did you try to fight Shava?
No, I think that was the joke. I think that was the joke.
Yeah, I know, but wow. I don't know. how to do this.
Yeah, all of her punches didn't do any damage. I did damage to Ivy.
It seems to just be a character thing. Whenever Ivy gets super flustered, she just starts throwing punches.
Do I see any like receptionist types nearby that are like either in the vicinity or walking away?
You saw some at the near the entrance on the ground floor.
But are there any up here that might like be working directly for him?
Not really. It seems like it's mostly it's just the ones on the ground floor. It seems to be just offices up here.
Wait, Phoebe.
What?
Could you possibly do like a size chart for like a muscle chart? That would be funny.
Oh God. Yeah, I could probably whip that up in like a minute or two.
Maximum beef.
Yeah, just an idea that popped in my head.
So do I see any other workers like in the area that I could probably copy?
You saw some downstairs. Just
How
like
far downstairs?
I mean, do you need to be currently seeing them to copy them?
No, I figured someone who's up on this level would be working with them and would, be as suspicious as someone who's on the ground level. But I guess I'll just copy receptionists or something.
Yeah, it seems like the higher up you go, the less people there are. So,
Okay,
and there are
hold on.
very few people around on this floor.
So I'm just gonna copy, like, one of the workers I saw towards the back. Maybe not the main receptionist, because, she'd have to be up there the whole time.
Right. So just
Mark
some
disguise
attendant. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna, knock on the door.
Okay. You hear a voice say, "Come in."
Walk in.
Alright, there is, you see at a desk, an elf, with, sort of, let's see. She's got long brown hair, and she's also wearing glasses.
She's guilty. Book her.
It's like those librarian glasses that have the chain on them.
Like what? Librarian glasses? The
Like
very tiny ovals with the pointy on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got the neck thing.
Maybe not quite that much, but
We always have the thing.
okay, then yeah. She looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
I was wondering, I had a couple of rather unruly people in the library, and I'm not sure how to deal with them. They seem to be taking books and checking them out and then going outside and then coming immediately back in and taking a bunch more books and going outside. And I think I smelled fire earlier.
Make a deception check.
Okay, I'll do that. 18 plus 4.
She says, she says, one moment.
Oh my god.
She mutters something in Elvish under her breath and says, I'll deal with it. Wait here.
Okay.
And she will head out.
I'm immediately gonna start looking around for, like, any paperwork that might be suspicious or whatnot.
That sounds like an investigation check.
That is an investigation check. Hold on. Okay, rolling good. What was that? Plus 2? Okay, 17 plus 2. So 19.
It's not as high as I thought it was. You pull open some drawers and you find some paperwork, some like stuff that's just keeping track of books, recent acquisitions by the library, information, that sort of thing. You do find what looks to be a leather-bound journal.
I'm gonna open that up real quick.
Okay. It appears to be a personal account.
Oh god.
It's sort of got like old parchment feel to it.
Okay.
Written in it.
It's the love journal.
It's written in very small, precise handwriting.
Is it written in a language I can understand?
What languages do you speak?
Common and deep speech?
Yeah.
That's a no.
Yeah, it's in common.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you put it in Elvish, I'm just gonna take it and walk away.
Yeah, I was just messing with you. But it appears to be, like, this person, Norin, seems to write, like, it's almost stream of consciousness. Like, it's her thoughts as they come to her, as she muses on various topics.
Okay, I'm also skimming through this because I don't want to spend any more time than I have to.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pocket that and look a little bit more.
Okay, you're just gonna pocket it. Okay. Yeah, you look. So with that investigation check, you don't really find anything else that stands out to you. That seems to be the biggest thing.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
And about, like, when I hit the stairwell, I'm gonna change back into normal cast.
Okay.
So that I'm, a little less suspicious.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving?
Yeah, so you pass Norin on the way down. Seems to be looking very cross.
Just gonna leave.
Alright.
Been bamboozled.
Spine Ripper.
That's the bamboozler.
So, Spine Ripper, you kind of picture like a dumpster, and the lid slowly opens up.
And it squeaks open. There's the sound of footsteps. Closes back up. A couple of guards run by. And it's like, I think you went this way. And the sound of footsteps fades into the distance.
Spine Ripper sweats nervously, wipes face with banana peel.
And then it opens back up.
Right. Looks like I got rid of them. Now, time to find this Aldrich.
Yeah, right, yeah, done that yet.
Finally, Jesus Christ.
Like,
He was doing productive stuff.
From what you assumed was a pile of rubbish in the corner, you hear, did you say Old Rich or Aldrich?
Both?
Alright. He's probably at the bank. There's just an old homeless guy.
He's the old homeless guy.
Hey, like to make a quick buck.
He looks up. I'm listening.
Oh, goody. Come with me to the bank.
He says, What's in it for me? How much?
He's got to check his inventory.
Check my money.
The Spine Ripper just sort of like goes like staring into the middle distance, just kind of looking.
Eyes just slowly squint. You hear like minor gibbering under his breath. Like,
His eyes glaze over.
2 silver.
He thinks about it. Done.
Perfect.
And you start to make your way to the bank. Says, what? So what's your name, little green dude?
My name is Jim. I'm the bank inspector.
Oh my gosh.
strikes again.
Oh, I'm Jeffrey. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Jeffrey, you are now my assistant. I formally institute you as my assistant bank inspector.
I haven't had a job in years.
Just got your first job, and you're getting paid 2 silver.
I bet that's competitive.
Oh yes, very competitive. We pay most people 1 silver, but you're the lucky one.
So he says you make your way to the bank. Just your natural aura of chaos attracting like-minded people. So yeah, you come up to this large, very fancy-looking structure.
Okay, we come to the bank.
This will all I need you to do.
He nods at it like in rapt attention.
First thing that we're going to inspect. The quota.
Is what?
The health and safety, the safety of the building, you know?
Oh.
Check their response time for how good they are at helping people.
Oh,
I need
okay.
you to go in there and pretend to fall and grab your knee like you really hurt yourself, like you slipped on the floor.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Is he actually gonna hurt himself? This old homeless guy.
Not this poor Jeffrey.
He says, what are you gonna do?
I am going to take notes. It's my job. I'm the inspector. They won't see. You see, if they know that I'm coming, they'll make the place look nice for me. I want to catch them off guard. See what they're really.
Right. And it's completely normal that a goblin is inspecting a bank. I won't question that in the slightest.
You see, they wouldn't expect a goblin to be the inspector.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can call him Reese.
He says, "All right, you can count on me, Sir Jim,
Finger to head.
Mr. Jim. Sorry, is it Mr. Jim?
It's Jim Spawn. Jim Spawn.
Jim Spine. That's a weird title, but okay.
Well, I'm a weird guy.
And he will enter the bank.
Ripper will slink in and kind of slink away so he can't be seen.
Okay, I'll make a stealth check. And on the interior of the bank, it's very fancy. There's like a couple desks. There appears to be a sort of a desk that leads that bars a door that you assume leads to like the vaults and stuff. Seems to be an upstairs. There also appears to be a bell on a pole in the middle of the room.
Real with us? Is there a giant coat hanger?
There is no. There are no giant coat hangers, menacing or otherwise.
There aren't any chairs with suspicious mustaches, correct?
Any other coat hangers with
You don't.
heads on them?
You don't.
One of the tellers
no,
has a suspicious mustache and a hat.
You do not see any.
Okay, good.
One of the tellers has a suspicious mustache and holding biceps.
24.
24 to for stealth.
Yes.
Okay,
The
yeah.
coat
Yeah,
I'll drink twice.
you meld into the background as this guy like sort of whistlingly walks up towards a desk and then falls over, and you actually hear a
How did you manage that?
Funny better performance than me. Almost like it.
and you see an attendant like rush over, and like everyone looks in his direction.
I'm fond Aldrich Gore.
Where are you going?
I'm guessing whatever the main office is.
Okay. Where do you think that is? Where are you heading?
Upstairs?
Alright, you scamper up the stairs.
Yeah, they're all be focused on Misha or Homeless Man.
Yep. As you head up the stairs, one of the there you see like a row of offices, one of the doors opens, and a guy walks out, with, slicked back, black hair, mustache, and like a little goatee. Like, he's sort of got these, like, sunken cheeks. And he's just in these this very business-like, suit. And says, what's going on now? Can you keep it down?
Hi, I'm Jim.
And he blinks and says, what's a goblin doing here?
That is none of your concern. A lovely customer has fallen down on the floor, and
He taps on his notepad.
time's a ticking.
Doesn't sound like my problem.
Oh, not your problem. He scribbles something on the notepad. That's gonna go on the inspection.
Who are you?
That's for me to know and you to find out at the, he winks, council meeting.
He says, I'm going to call security. And he like goes towards the railing.
I mean, you can call security, but they're just going to know that Jim the inspector's in town. You're just going to be wasting their time, and I'm pretty sure they already don't like you.
He will go to the railing and says, security, there's a goblin up here. Could you come deal with this?
I'm going to walk over to him and look at him in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is quite the... No, so I'm just going to be blabbering shit to him. I'm going to use words.
You're going to do what?
Words of terror.
Oh. Okay. That takes a minute, right?
Yes.
I'll say you can get that to take effect by the time the security gets up here. One moment. Let me just look up something real quick.
Just to make
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna make a wisdom save. And it's 14, right?
Yes.
He got a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
He was
So the guards come up, and also as you finish talking to him, you hear a ringing sound downstairs as the bell in the middle of the floor starts to ring on its own. And you hear a guard say, "We have magic. We have magic. Look for the source."
oh.
Well, there's only thing to do is to go balls deep.
Okay.
Mind Ripper is going to cast pyrotechnics right in the center of everything, and he's going to use fireworks.
So okay, range it's 60 feet. He within range. Yeah, okay. So these fireworks go off. I'm gonna make saves for that. Wait, what's the range on the blinding effect? Let's see.
10 feet.
10 feet. And where are you centering it?
It's on the bell, so everybody downstairs.
Okay.
So it's basically supposed to be distraction.
So not Aldrich or the guards coming up. Okay. Yeah. So there are some shouts of alarm as the pirate.
Tried to make it look like the homeless man is casting it.
Then in that case, I'll want a sleight of hand check.
Hey, damn it, phone!
Don't drop your phone.
Yeah, really.
What did you get for conning a homeless man?
Don't drop your phone.
Sleight of hand 5.
Actually, that's the components are verbal and somatic, so you're gonna have to muffle your voice too. So
It doesn't really matter because I got a 7.
Just throw your voice.
Is that total?
Yeah.
7. Okay. The bell rings harder as these pyrotechnics go off, and there's shouts of alarm, and the man in front of you, who you assume is Aldrich, says, "I have the caster. He's up here."
Okay, the only thing to do is to go balls deep.
Okay.
Go deeper.
I'm going to.
Will you yeet yourself out a window?
The guards are coming. The guards are they're on their way.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. You turn invisible. The bell is still going off incessantly now.
I'm going to make my way into Mr. Slickback's office.
Alright, the stealth check with advantage. As the guards are actively searching for you.
18? Actually, 18. 18.
Okay. Let me roll for their stealth. Perception.
That doesn't sound good.
Says, one of them says, "Check the office."
One of them got a 20.
Not quite, but almost. Yeah. So they come into the office, Spine Ripper, as you're inside, and they start to look around.
To clamber up on the shelf.
Okay.
Sit on the top of it.
Make an acrobatics check.
Fuck. That would be another 8.
So you start to climb up, but you accidentally grab onto some of the books instead of the shelf itself, and you yank them out, and you come tumbling to the ground in a pile of books. And one of the guards says, "He's right there. Grab him."
I'm going to use the frick.
Do you still have your animals?
No, he summoned. Remember, he summoned them in the presses.
No. Yeah, but does he still have them?
He gets 3 per day, and he used them.
I know that.
But
Are
did they
still
come with
alive?
him?
I assumed he left them at the presses to continue wrecking stuff. Would that?
I'm going to use Nimble Escape.
What is that?
It's all I got. It's I can.
Nimble escape. You can disengage or hide action as a bonus action. Okay, so you're just booking at this point. You're booking invisibly.
Yeah, well, they don't know where I'm going.
But yeah, that's true. Yeah, you run down the stairs, and the guards start
running back. I'm running down the hallway. I'm waiting for them to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, the bell is still going off, so they are still actively looking for you as you are out in the hallway. They sort of walk slowly on either side of the hallway and just sort of scanning with their hands, feeling out.
Let's see.
This feeling.
Turn into a girl when they touch you, slap them.
You're not bread.
Let's see.
Get more dialogue noises.
One of them's getting close to you.
Taking too long to think.
Where's all bitch?
He's just sort of in his office cleaning up the books.
I'm going to try and get back to his office.
Okay, I will ask for one last stealth check. Now, you would have advantage because of your invisibility, but because you already failed a stealth check earlier, that's disadvantage, so they cancel out, so it's a straight roll. This is to duck past the guards and get back in the office.
Let's see.
That's what?
8.
Say that's a 13.
13.
Total?
Yes.
As you try to slip past the guard, he grabs you.
Oh, there's only one thing to do now.
Is it go balls deep?
Let's go balls deep.
How deep are your balls?
Casting Shatter at 3rd level.
Kidding, that is balls deep.
Why don't we roll some
You must
initiative?
not to leave the. You must not to leave the bank.
Why don't we roll initiative?
You must not to leave the bank.
Destroy to leave the bank. Forget about nutting.
Let me set this up.
No, not huts here, unfortunately.
Spine Ripper, what did you get?
Well, I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. 17?
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. What's your dex?
Dex?
+2. Okay. That's important because that means you go before them. They also got a 17. But your dex is higher. So you're casting Shatter. What are you casting it on? Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius sphere. And where are you centering it?
Next to the guy grabbing me.
All right then. So you become visible first of all. Now you're gonna have to roll damage.
Little bugger. I think not.
Gotcha. I need a D8.
Bitch. Take him back.
Or 8.
Chose poorly.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be a 10.
10 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good news is you won't have to you won't be facing any charges of murder. But he is heavily damaged by that. As this loud ringing sound erupts, and he clutches at his ears and lets go of you.
It's time for a nimble escape.
He will take an opportunity attack against you. Unless you're using nimble escape as a bonus action. Are you doing nimble escape? RJ?
Hello?
Hello?
Did the mic die again? Oh,
They did.
Maybe.
What?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
We back?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
back. You're good.
It said RTC disconnected. That was weird.
Yeah. So are you nimble escape?
Yeah, you can disengage or hide as a bonus action on each
Right,
turn.
right. Okay, so you get a full 30 feet of movement to scamper off.
Hey, am I allowed to just disengage or can I hide?
It's or.
Dude, you failed.
It's one or the other as a bonus action.
Does he get an opportunity attack?
If you hide is if you're in cover, you can hide and make a stealth check. but it doesn't do anything about opportunity attacks. Disengage will stop him from attacking you.
Okay, I'm going to disengage and I'm going to scamper off, but I'm going to jump over the balcony and try and grab the fucking bell.
Okay, the bell is no longer ringing now that you're visible.
Not casting magic.
Okay.
Okay. So are you still doing that?
Yes.
Okay. You jump down, make your way over to the bell. You are now very much the center of attention. And you see Jeffrey, his leg has been put in a cast, and he looks up at you. He looks up at you and says, "Did I do good?"
Yeah, you did, perfect. I'll let the boys back in the office know that maybe we'll give you a full-time position.
Yay!
Goose over at his mouth.
The guards, on their turn, are going to come after you.
They're going to go down the steps or jump.
They're gonna jump.
Oh, those dumb bitches.
Hey.
You're injured, though.
I mean, I didn't make you take damage for it.
True.
Yeah, I was about to say, you would have taken falling damage first.
Yeah,
Taking falling damage if they take falling damage.
The only one that can get up to you, though, is the one that was next to you. So that one is going to attempt to he's going to attempt to grapple you.
Alright.
So that would be... Look up how that works. Attack action... Alright, he has to make an athletics check. You can make an athletics or acrobatics check to contest the grapple.
15?
He got a 17. So he grabs a hold of you and says, he says, "Halt."
Stop right there. You violated the law.
Fine, or serve your...
Aldrich is going to continue doing what he was doing. What do you do?
What do I do?
And just so you know, it is an action to try and escape the grapple. If you decide to do that.
And I kick him in the balls.
Are you going to try to escape the grapple?
He grappled me. Are my feet free?
Yeah.
Kick him in the balls.
So I'm going to treat that. I'm saying I'm going to treat that as trying to escape the grapple because that's basically what it is.
He's on low health. I don't have to escape the grapple.
Oh, you're trying to knock him out. I see. Okay, then make an unarmed strike.
Shot. Sorry. Cock shot.
15 plus 3.
Everyone fears the inspector.
So 18.
18. Yes. Yes, that hits.
Then I'm gonna kick him in the nuts for 1 damage, but I'm gonna use Fury of the Small to make it 6 damage.
Well, he had 1 hit point, so...
Oh, then I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna kick him in the balls for 1 damage.
Alright, his eyes roll back in his head and he collapses. For the second time today, that has happened.
It's not right to touch a lady like that without buying her dinner first.
Do you do anything else? You still have an action and a bonus. I mean you're moving a bonus, rather.
How many guards are left?
There appear to be a few more around that are starting to close in. And there's the one that, there's a total of 5, including the one upstairs.
5 including the one upstairs, and all of them got hit with Shatter?
No, just the one.
Just the one?
Because the rest were still downstairs. There, you do have a clear shot to the exit, though.
Good for me to yeet.
Make it, are you booking it?
I'm yeeting it.
Alright. Spine Ripper, the Spine Ripper has exited the building.
That's Jimmy to you.
Yes.
Jimmy's left the building.
And...
Out.
And when I leave the building, I'm gonna go around the side of the building.
I will say at this point, guards have set up at all of the entrances.
That's cool. Is there a drain pipe?
Oh my god.
You know.
You might want to.
So sort of how I'm doing this is I'm doing something called a skill challenge.
Yeah.
Which is if you're trying to do a complicated task, it's typically the way it works is you have to succeed at a certain number of checks before getting 3 failures.
Okay.
Somebody wants you, Colville.
So, I mean, it's a useful tool from 4th edition. So it's going to be very difficult to re-infiltrate the bank, at least immediately.
All right.
We can come back to you though.
Try.
Let's see. Well, here's what I'm going to do. The outside bush is on fire and run away.
All right, the guards will try to put that out before it gets any worse. Meanwhile, let's see. Let's check in with Shava. You exit the water plant. Where do you head? Where are you starting to head next?
I'm gonna head back to the tavern.
Okay. As you're starting to make your way back to the tavern, you round a corner and someone nearly collides with you.
What?
Someone nearly collides with you, and you just sort of stop short, and they say, "Oh, terribly sorry about that." And as you get a better look at them, you see that it is someone you have seen before. This is Emma, the champion of the arena. She's
What does she look like again?
she has curly blonde hair. She is average height. Sort of very as a gladiator, she's got sort of like toned muscles, you know. But it's more dexterity, so she's kind of lean. And she's got yes, she is very attractive, if that's what you're asking. She says, hi, I don't think we've met, but I believe I saw you, meeting with Galland, the other day.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, but how about we not talk about that? How about we talk about you?
She laughs a little and says, we can do that.
Hey there, are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you.
She says, it's a little awkward to talk.
Hey, that's a nice butt you got there.
I have to say though, if we're going to talk about life and stuff, it's a little awkward to talk about it out in the open. Do you have a tavern you're staying at?
Indeed, I do.
Well then.
Follow me to my home.
Where's this heading?
Don't worry.
Shava, you start to head back to the tavern.
Dateline NBC.
Do not introduce her to the Nut Hut. Do not introduce her to the Nut Hut.
And Tim Robinson, why don't you have a seat over there in the corner?
Okay. Well, that's happening. Shava is very much looking forward to seeing where this is going. Cass.
I had a completely different idea of where this is going. Than you put that at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cass.
Abort, do not.
You, as you're heading out of the library, make a perception check.
Okay. Hold hold on. Hold on. Oh, shit. 15 plus 6.
Alright, you notice, you see a figure, a couple of figures walking down the street. You see what appears to be a gnome, wearing a rather extravagant clothing, and he is hand in hand with a woman who is also wearing fairly fancy clothing.
You're talking about Shava?
No, it is not. It is not Shava. It is a gnome which well.
I was being
Yeah, he seems to be. They seem to be talking about something, and you sort of get even from here you sort of get an unclean vibe from him, like just the way he's
dirty boy.
Yes, the way he's walking with her, he seems to be
Is he walking like he's saddle sore? Is that why I'm getting weird vibes?
A little bit, yeah. But
yeah, you guys needed that, by the way.
They stop walking after a moment. He seems to say something to her. He kisses her hand. And then they start going in opposite directions. And he starts
more like bag ho.
Oof.
He starts to walk on his own.
Alright, I'm following him still.
Alright.
Maybe like changing faces every now and then, just in case he's like suspicious.
Yeah, stealth with advantage.
That's not fair, but okay. Well, not fair to him.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, Bagro.
Hold on.
One silly boy.
Yeah. 16 plus 9.
Oh yeah. No problem.
Get wrecked, Thills.
Yeah, he is none the wiser as you follow him. He sort of takes a circuitous route. Goes around goes around some alleys a few times.
Cat's just like in her head. Boy, I just went up a bunch of fucking stairs.
Yeah.
Pick a route.
Your feet are starting to complain.
Swear to God, we just went in a circle.
He goes down an alley, and you follow him.
Okay.
And you hear, or you see him, sort of look around nervously, and a figure cloaked in that's sort of in the shadows appears and says, "Were you followed?" And he says,
yes.
He says, "No, I don't think I was." That's the voice I'm going with. Deal with it.
Sounds like a kobold.
No, he's got a bit more of a lilt.
He does. He sounds a little Scottish or Irish or something.
Take out of your mouth, you tiny man.
He's a leprechaun.
He says, the figure says, there are people looking for you. Watch yourself. He says, and by the way, the voice sounds female.
The voice sounds what?
Female.
Okay.
He says, do you think I should lay low for a bit? He says, couldn't hurt. She then
With how this will play out.
Yeah, she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a pouch of gold and says, "For your trouble," and says, he pulls out like a piece of paper and hands it to her.
Okay.
And then she says, "You watch yourself." And he will start to walk in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna stick around.
Okay.
And well, I'm more interested in the person he was talking to.
Right.
Much less him at the moment.
Oh!
What?
No, he just said back row.
Oh.
Very con manner.
Yeah.
It's Sky.
We're in like an alleyway, right?
Yeah.
Can I like try and find my way up to the roof opposite the building he was like they were interacting in, or the building that she went into?
Make a perception check.
Hold on. Mm, 16 plus 6.
Okay, you look around and you think you see a viable route up. And as you look away and then look back, the figure's gone.
Shit, I thought you went inside.
And then, like, at this point, you have, like, your dagger of warning, which protects you from surprise, suddenly vibrates in your belt. And
run.
What's behind you? Nothing personal, kid. Draw the dagger.
And what is your AC?
Oh fuck! It's 14.
Alright, you, like, the dagger actually, like, pulls your hand towards it and you draw it, and turn around just in time as a short sword collides with it.
Oh shit!
And you're looking into the face of this figure, whose eyes sort of squint in surprise at the the failure to sneak up.
What do you want?
As you're looking more closely at this figure, they appear to be wearing dark leather and a mask that's sort of covering the bottom half of their face. The top half of which you see hair pulled back into a short ponytail, dark skin, and an earring on one ear.
Oh, this better not be one of Gerald's fucking special ladies.
Well, I think Thalos is the one with the special ladies list.
Yeah, no, I mean the fucking ninja
I know who you mean.
girls.
They're the dangerous ladies. Thank you.
Dangerous.
Remember, if you're not afraid, you'll be fine.
Cass, why
At the moment, Cass is currently like fucking thrilled.
why don't you roll initiative?
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, adore.
And then finally comes in with the giant fist.
He just flies in one by one.
I rolled a 17, but my initiative is +3, so 20.
20, okay.
What?
Yeah, okay, you go first.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
Because I am not a close combat kind of girl.
Okay, you disengage as a bonus. What do you do?
Fuck. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud. Right in between the two of us.
Okay. A cloud of smoke envelops the area. Let me just look up how that works. So it's concentration, 20-foot radius, goes around corners, heavily obscured. Okay, so it's heavily obscured.
You can still kind of see. You're not blind,
Right.
but you really can't.
Vision is blocked. Creatures are effectively blocked. Okay. All right, and that I believe is your action. Are you doing any? And you did a bonus. Are you doing any like movement?
Can I do movement?
I mean, you have 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try moving like backwards from what I remember down the alley, away from her.
Okay. Alright.
Disappearing act, engage.
She is going to...
I don't need to roll to navigate through my own fog cloud, or...
Actually, it's heavily obscured for everyone, so I would say, make a perception check to, try and navigate. Or, yeah, to try and find your way back.
Guess what? 16 plus 6 again.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Baby!
She is going... Let's see, she's going to make an attack with disadvantage. That's only a 9. Okay, so a crossbow bolt whizzes by you, and you hear footsteps coming in your direction.
Fuck!
Time to yeet!
I'm gonna hide.
Actually, oh wait, sorry. No,
What?
never mind. Never mind. You're gonna hide. Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth.
Never mind, that hits you in the back of the skull and kills you.
Stealth back to me!
Rip.
Stealth back to me!
Yep.
Awful.
Time to disappear!
Yep. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
15 plus 9!
Okay. So 24. Okay.
Here. It's
Okay.
never here.
Is she not rolling that well?
Well, you don't know.
The sounds you're making are telling almost everything.
Are they?
Yeah, stop making sounds.
Okay. You. You hear a voice say, we can make this easy. Come out and I won't hurt your friends."
Oh, you cheeky fucker!
You cheeky dick waffle.
I have no way to throw my voice, so if I speak, she'll be able to find me, right?
Maybe.
You're a goblin with nothing to lose.
Shit. Okay. What do I have?
That was some good work you pulled back at the camp. I respect that kind of skill.
What's all?
You don't know who I am. You don't know what I am, what I care about.
God, it's
I kind of want to hit her, but I...
If it's like Gerald shows up and he's like, "That goblin's a traitor." You're sort of like, "Wait, I know you. You speak to
How
my
close
family."
is she to me?
Make a
Even though I'm hidden.
yeah, make a perception check.
Sorry, my friends. They promised me.
9 plus 6, so 15.
She sounds about 10 feet away.
Shit, okay. So I can't do that. Oh, well, no, my daggers have it. I can throw... Can I throw only one dagger, or can I throw two? Like at once?
Let's see. Right, rogues don't get multi-attack. And
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
two-weapon fighting... It's a light melee weapon,
But
Yeah,
I'll just throw one.
Okay. Alright, make an attack with advantage because you're hidden.
Well, plus the stealth thing.
Oh yeah, that's what that is.
Yes. Okay. 19!
That would be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage with sneak attack.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So a dagger is 1d4 3, and then another d6. 3d6. Okay. Hold on. Two, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15.
Baby.
16, 17, 18, 20, 21.
21. Okay, yeah. You hear a shout of pain. Just as you hear it stick in her.
Can I say something before she
Yeah, go ahead.
Because my cover's blown anyway.
Mhm.
What makes you think I care about them enough to betray them in the first place?
She sort of
Or to not betray them in the first place?
You hear she says, "You've been trained well." And she's
What?
She's gonna come in for an attack. For two short sword attacks. With disadvantage from the fog cloud.
Uncanny dodge!
Yeah, well, wait. Just to see what she rolls first, because she might...
Okay.
might not.
One of them was a nat 1, the other was a 19.
Okay, Uncanny Dodge on the second.
Okay, let me look up Uncanny Dodge real quick.
You could just have damage.
Yeah, halves the attacks damage, okay. The attacks damage. Interesting. So that would be 7 piercing damage reduced to 3.
Okay.
And I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh,
Great!
God.
It's one of these weapons.
Poison!
Poison.
Poison!
Poison.
That's a 17 plus 1,
Okay.
so 18?
That's a success, so you'll take half damage.
Oh, fuck you!
I like her giggling.
How much is that?
1 moment.
Oh, fuck you.
20. So that would be, that would have been 32 poison damage reduced to 16.
Oh my god! What?
And she said, and she says, "But I've been trained better."
There's a lot of poison!
Oh,
Cast on!
Run!
I'm more concerned for your safety.
How is she looking?
we need the Goblin Sniper Squad.
We need an emergency.
She's looking a little hurt. She's looking like,
A little hurt.
yeah, she's sort of got some specks of blood on her.
Hero.
I'm getting out of there. I'm booking.
I don't think any of us can roll perception.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
Are there any really thin alleyways, like one that a normal person wouldn't be able to fit through?
Ooh, I see.
Or like a grate to the sewer or something?
I like what you're. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Make a perception check. Make a perception check.
I like what you're putting down, because I don't like the numbers you're putting up.
18 plus 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You do see a little
Run.
thin crack between two buildings. Like that. There's no way she. True form. You focus. Like you have a moment of panic, and you sort of center your breathing and remember remember the sensation of just formlessness.
Where do I find true form on my thing to mark it off?
Look, I think in actions. Yeah, actions.
Actions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there it is. True form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is now at 5th level. The duration is 10 minutes.
Yes.
So
yes, it is.
Yeah. So you collapse into an ooze.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. You.
Wait, do I hear a reaction from her too?
Are you in the fog cloud?
Yeah, but I was right next to her. She hit me.
Fucking stabbed her.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. She can't really see you because she had disadvantage, but you do puddle into an ooze, and she goes.
Hold on.
You hear her must be a teleporter.
That's it. Woobly, woobly. I mean, it's better than the actual noise it just makes, which is more like a.
And I assume.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, I assume you're going right in that alley.
Yes.
Okay.
Boozy girl.
As far as I can.
Well done. You get inspiration for that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Get inspiration for being a coward.
Hey,
For-
shut the fuck up.
Having a clever
During level assassin.
for having a clever escape plan.
It would have taken me one more fucking hit from her probably to either be close to death or dying, so I did a smart move.
That's assuming she wants you dead.
Oh, live to fight another day, man.
Find your friends, the ones you don't care enough about.
All right, you make good your escape, and meanwhile,
I'm gonna get through the sewers majority of the way anyway.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Dangerously poisoned cast. That's not nice.
Meanwhile, Shava, you're having a lovely chat in the tavern.
What a change of events.
Yes, with oh, Tyler, you muted.
Spoiler.
Oh, he said
got-
he said BRB. Okay, we're gonna have to not do that then.
Go back to Ivy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Ivy, you're in a
still a mouse in a drawer.
A rat.
A
you're-
rat in a drawer.
Despite a lack of rage, she's still just a rat in a filing cabinet.
yes.
Alright, so I'm just going to investigate the drawer.
Okay. Yeah, make a perception check as you're just
Okay.
rooting through the papers.
Oh, well, I got an 18 plus my modifier, so
Okay.
over 20.
Yeah, you look through and it is a lot of boring paperwork. And honestly, like, you specifically have even less of an idea of what it means than probably the rest of the party would, considering you were raised in a forest.
True.
So, like, there is just a lot of words like, I don't know, what's some legalese terms?
Hereby, henceforth.
Vagina.
No, not that. But like the
By,
hereby, yeah, a lot of
20x5 in violation with the compliance code.
yeah,
Henceforth.
yeah. There's like
account.
safety violation reports. There's some like I don't know. So just a lot of boring stuff.
Goblin report.
Okay.
And at this point,
Goblin. Some gym.
yes, Jim. At this point, the drawer opens, and as she goes to put in another paper and goes like, "Wait a minute." She's like, how do rat get in here? How do rat get in here? And she's gonna reach into the drawer to try and grab you.
Can I try to crawl up her arm
Yeah.
to escape?
Go, Ivy, go.
Yeah. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. So I got a 15 plus my modifier, which I don't know.
If the rat doesn't have acrobatics, then use dexterity.
Okay. My dex. Oh, no modifier, so just 15.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. You climb up her arm. Are you going in under her clothes or?
No. I'm a very subtle rat.
Okay.
So I'm just going to like fly onto her desk or something.
Yeah, she's going to like yell in disgust and try and like swat you away.
Okay.
She's gonna make an unarmed strike against you.
Can I try to like hide behind her papers before she swats me?
She's gonna get an attack off before that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that is a 12.
Hey, I have an AC
Yo,
of
Tyler, you missed
14.
it. Phoebe almost took
Oh,
32
no, actually,
poison
no.
damage.
What?
I'm a rat, so my AC is 10.
Dangerous ladies
That's
are very
that's
dangerous.
Dangerous lady
Dangerous
what?
almost killed me.
Dan just got an attack off on Cass, did like, I think it was 7 on half damage physical, and then 16 poison damage on a successful save.
Yeah.
Shot knockout.
Yeah, I'm kind of miffed. But I'm gone, so we're good.
Yep.
I'm not dead.
And no, Cass made a good escape, but you missed it. It was terrifying. I don't want to lose Cass. She's nice.
Yeah, so she, like, swats you and does a single hit point of damage.
No!
Oh no! Oh no!
So does that mean I'm just like sprawled out
Yeah,
in my human form on her desk?
Well, half-elf form, but yes. You,
yes.
You go sprawling as a rat and transform into your normal form and says, and she says, "What are you doing in my office?"
That's a very good question. I think somebody turned me into a rat, and I was looking for some help.
Make a deception check.
The best lie being told today.
Kind
Oh,
of.
mine wasn't that good?
17.
17, okay. Jesus. I'm sorry.
What?
She squints at you and says, right, and why were you in my drawer?
Comfort?
One moment. She says, what's your name?
My name... It's, Shava.
Shava.
Shava's currently getting lucky with the champion.
Shava.
I'm talking. Also, you sneeze.
I'm not the smartest person, so I'm sorry for hiding in your drawer.
Shava's suddenly offended.
So Shava sneezes.
I feel probably offended.
Make another.
She's gonna be back for the wanted poster.
One more deception check with disadvantage.
Please.
11.
Well, good news. She rolled a lot worse this time. She says, all right, well, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again.
Okay.
Into a rat.
Well, looks like I'm going to be off now since you broke the spell. Good for you. Bye.
She nods, like she doesn't look happy or like she's a fan of you at all. But you managed to leave. Now, Shava.
Well, after your massive sneezing fit.
Yeah. Emma's like, are you feeling all right?
Dirty half-elf's probably talking about me.
She says, yeah, so you wanted to talk about... What did you want to talk about?
Well, I saw that you were the champion of the arena. What's that like?
Oh, it's
you don't see many women being champion.
Oh, you know, I thought I'd shake things up a little. Not everything's about not everything's about sweaty muscled men cracking skulls. There's a little. I like to bring a little more finesse into things.
Thank you. Finally, someone who understands. This is coming from the lady. This is coming from the woman that sets everything on fire.
Exactly.
And has a fucking nut hut.
And breaking skulls.
And she says, it's nice to be someone that people can look up to.
Indeed, it is. This is sort of a critical shot.
That shot was working up all right.
Now, Shava, to spare, well, actually, she says, but what do you do? What's your life like?
I'm traveling around looking. I'm on a warlock. I had to think about that for a second. I was going to say
a warlock. A warlock. Fascinating. I haven't met too many warlocks. That means you made a deal for your magic, right?
Indeed, it is.
All right. I mean,
so I was going to get eerily silent for a second, actually focusing, because she just kind of just now remembers that she's supposed to go somewhere.
Yeah, like the map and your belongings. And she says, it's fine if this is too personal, but do you mind me asking, like, do you know what it was that you made the deal with, or?
Shava's gonna look at her and blink and goes, "Are you supposed to know?"
I mean, I suppose it depends on the circumstances. Some do.
I don't.
Probably for the best, honestly.
Indeed, probably. Well, all I know is that he likes books. And I like books, so win-win.
I like books too. What a coincidence.
Ooh! What do you like? And she's gonna pull out arcade tomes.
Since when did this turn into a dating sim?
Now, Shava, so this goes on for a bit. Shava, how are you hoping this situation ends?
Why hoping to get lucky tonight?
Why don't you make me a persuasion check?
Persuasion check?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not going to go super into detail as to how this goes for all of our sakes.
God.
Yes! I want a nat 20!
Oh, fuck!
No, is it time for the hut?
So, Shava,
Dating sim.
you managed to get
The biggest of terms.
So she is interested in going up to your room to the excuse you give is to read some books and look more at your collection. But yeah, it kind of goes from there.
That touch.
Not hut and chill, and she gives you that look.
What?
Not and chill, and she gives you.
She gives you that look.
Oh my God.
Damn.
So, you have a very pleasant afternoon, Shava. Meanwhile, cut to Cass, who's panting.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Spine Ripper's evading the cop.
Somehow ended up.
I almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
Shava's getting laid.
And Zergo.
Yeah.
Zergo is failing in
Doing a lot of
stealthing.
things right now.
Yeah. So, I guess quick round of what all of you are doing. Are all of you going back to the inn at this point, or did you have other stuff you wanted to do?
Spine Ripper's going back to the tavern.
Zergo.
I'm going back.
I'm going back for sure.
Why don't you all make perception checks as you get back?
Me?
No, except for Shava.
I was going to say, Shava's a little distracted.
Yeah.
Advantage.
17.
Perception, right? Yeah. 18 plus 6.
Oh, good. That's a 7.
I stole your
And Spine Ripper.
+3.
What did you get?
+3.
You got a 21.
21.
Okay. So everyone but Zergo, you hear some thumping noises coming from upstairs.
No.
Has anyone seen the Warlock? Isn't she supposed to be back by now?
Spine Ripper is going to make his way upstairs. He is covered in dirt, trash, and papers.
Yeah,
And
there are noises that are sending your goblin senses like your skin is crawling listening to this as you get closer.
You can't interrupt us, by the way.
Guys, I need to tell you something really important, okay? First of all, I need healing.
Is there any books lying around the room?
Wait, are you going into the room?
Yes.
Are you okay, Shava, are you in the hut?
The hut is up, yes.
Okay. And what about is the door locked?
Is there a sock on the door?
I don't think to lock the door when she has her hut.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, so Emma is did you tell her that the hut it blocks vision?
What?
Did you make her aware that the hut blocks line of sight?
Yeah.
Okay, then
you know what? For extra privacy.
Dirty goblin walking in.
You know what? Yeah, she's.
We'll see him.
If you ignore Spine Ripper, so will she.
Depressed goes to the hut.
Spine Ripper, what are you doing?
So, this dirty fucking trash goblin.
Yeah. They're a little distracted.
Stands on the bed and starts playing music.
There are no beds.
Oh, did you absorb the beds?
The beds are under the hut. There are no beds.
So stand in front of the hut as close as he can and start playing music.
What kind of music?
This is music.
just like death metal.
Skillet.
Fine. You want me to sing something?
Go for it.
That's up to you.
I want both ears.
Here.
Yeah. So, Spine Ripper will look at the hut in trash. He's going to squint, pull out his lute a bit, and go. Ava, Shava, see you got your hut again. Here I am, covered in trash. You were here in your hut. I kicked a man in the nuts and my feelings are hurt.
I was gonna negligently wave her hand and cast bonfire underneath them.
So magic cannot pass in or out of the hut.
Does that count?
That's magic. That's exactly what counts.
I meant like considering. All right, yeah.
That's
right.
like the entire purpose of it.
He's going to finish his song. He's going to take his ass and rub it on the hut.
I'll say you, Shava, you've already been going at it for quite some time.
Shava's gonna develop a fetish for goblin ass.
You know,
Is that a new king?
you know, just to spare the finer details of this horrifying interaction, let's go back downstairs with Cass and everyone.
I don't know if you noticed. I'm kind of halfway dead.
Hang on. Let me regain my.
Oh wait! Shava cast darkness.
That, I mean, doesn't pass out of the hut, so the entire hut is now pitch black. Which,
Oh, we can't see him now.
yeah, exactly. Now you can continue in peace.
But all you can hear on the outside of the hut is Shava, I'm trying to sing you a song, but I'm sick in the clap of my ass cheeks is slapping your nut hut.
Can't believe
Okay. So, Cass, you downstairs.
Yes.
We just named the episode "The Clap of Their Ass Cheeks."
I can maybe I'll put that in the description.
Oh my god.
I still like a pressing concern.
Oh God!
Actually, no, I'm not gonna say anything about healing. I'm just gonna be like, I have something fucking important to tell you.
Hang on, please. Let me breathe.
We all need to take a moment. Oh, this episode's gone. This episode went places.
I would say I'm not going to draw that, but I think it's too funny to not.
Oh no.
Serious face, okay. I'm next to you. Okay, hang on.
Don't look at RJ, he'll just make you laugh more.
Oh,
To be
boy.
fair, I immediately looked at RJ and all he did was shrug. Not to help derail it too much.
Oh god.
Okay, so Zergo's gonna look over at Cass. You have something important, but maybe we should get you a doctor first.
See, I mean, I think that can wait, honestly.
She looks vaguely green.
I met one of Spine Ripper's dangerous ladies.
Oh dear.
Spine Ripper comes down the stairs. Don't worry. Dr. Trash is here.
Did he pull his pants back up?
I'm Jim, the health inspector.
Dr. Jim!
Don't touch me,
Wait. DM.
child.
Yeah.
What can't go in and out of the hut?
Pretty much anything. It's pretty all-encompassing. Like magic can't go in and out. The only people who can go in and out are the people who are in it when you cast the spell.
Oh,
I hope you showered, because that odor ain't getting out either.
And of course, if you,
Spine Ripper is going to.
I was hoping I could do the decanter.
oh no. It's very much set up so you like if any attack could get out, you could literally camp out in the hut and shoot attacks out at enemies. And
I know. I knew the decanter.
I don't know, Tyler. It sounds already pretty wet in there to begin with.
Very
Very wet in there.
moist.
Oh,
Very humid in there.
All right.
Wounds at third level on Cass.
Okay. Roll the hit points.
6,
14, 18.
18 plus 3, so 21.
Okay, thank you. That brings me back up. I'm a little less green now.
Yep.
Nice job, Ripper. I'll... Later.
He sits down on the bar stools. On the bar stool. I don't think Aldrich is the man. Also,
Yeah, about that.
being a bank inspector.
Probably.
What?
I don't think
Gotta go shop where
any
you're fucking.
of the people we were sent for are the man, because I stumbled across what's his face? The guy that got the popular vote that just spends his days.
Stills? Yeah, I told you you'd run into him on the street.
Yeah, I followed him, and he talked to the dangerous lady, gave her a paper, and she gave him some gold. He walked away, and then she proceeded to almost kill me. Also, she knows about us.
I guess that makes sense. We did pretty frontally assault one of their camps.
I don't know how she knows it was me. I was following them, and the entire time I kept changing face, so I... I'm a little startled, to be honest.
Well, a lot of things, but bad at their jobs isn't one of them.
We found our rat, and he doesn't seem very startled.
Well, he's about to be very afraid. If Phil is our man, I'm gonna be paying him a little visit.
Oh, question.
Shoot.
The press room for the city.
And what?
Kind of
Also, are you gonna need a different mask, considering those people might be looking for... Or, gloves would be a good idea. Why don't we go buy you some good gloves?
Yeah, good gloves and a different mask is probably the best bet. In the meantime, let me be frank.
What?
I'm not very good at emotional things, so I'm just gonna say it. I do appreciate what you guys are doing for me.
Aw, he's getting all soft on us. You hear that, guys?
Soft.
I kind of feel something.
I
Is it
always knew
red?
he had a heart.
Hey, this is soft compared to previous events, so give me this at least.
Java's hard.
Okay, hang on. I haven't been a complete heart. Okay, yes, I have. Heartless.
Not heartless, you've just done things.
Okay.
Cass flashes back to the tongue cutting out incident.
Hey, look, I have my moments,
As he's talking,
but I do appreciate what you guys are doing for
Spine-Ripper
me
is
and the city.
going to clamber up on Zergle's shoulder. So, I got some questions for you.
Do you think you could ask after you've washed?
It's kind of a pressing matter.
Okay.
What's the maximum sentence for casting shatter in a bank and kicking a guard in the balls?
For law enforcement, but if I recall, assaulting one officer be 10 years. Multiple officers, 10 for each officer at max.
Little Green, you need a bath.
You really do.
You smell.
And maybe
Assassins are going to be able to track us based on your scent alone.
Spine-Ripper is going to go into the kitchen and find a large metal pot and fill it with water.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
He's
can't
going
you
to
just
drag
bathe in
the
the
pot
sink?
of water out onto the bar, take off his clothes, and
There go the bartender is going to urge you to go bathe in an actual bath upstairs.
looks at her.
We're sorry, he's a little special.
he's had a hard day.
He just looks at her. What? This isn't how you people do it.
No, I'm afraid not. We usually have privacy.
All right. He gets out of the pot, still naked, and tries to go find the bath.
You go upstairs and find the bath.
Do you think that he needs
Zergo's
a
just like,
disguise too?
I dealt with gladiator locker rooms. I've seen.
It's not a question of whether he needs a disguise or not. It's more a question of how are we going to get him to keep one on.
Fair point.
Disguise him as bread, he might keep it on. I think that might draw more attention.
Yeah. I feel like he regretted the statement right after you said it.
It's more of a joke, honestly.
How about we just offer him bread in exchange for keeping a disguise on if he doesn't cooperate with it.
Don't offer the bread up front. Okay.
Also, I think I should invest in a cloak too, seeing as my get-up's now recognizable by dangerous ladies.
Want your mask back?
Sure, you hold on to it until we get a new one. I can always change my face. It's my clothes I'm more concerned about, and I don't want to have to use disguise self every single time.
That's true. By the way, where the hell is that warlock? Isn't she supposed to be back by now?
I don't know, but she might be getting into some trouble. I mean,
Shava, how close do you think you are to done?
This is going all night, buddy.
oh
Where's your
god.
endurance?
Make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. All right, here we go.
Ejaculation.
That's nat 20.
Oh no.
I would laugh.
Modified 20.
Oh.
19
Yeah.
plus 1. Modified 20.
Yeah,
This part is going all night.
Shava's. Today we have learned that Shava has stamina.
Oh god.
But do not worry, she knows everything that's going on. For us that's actually on the bar.
Oh, I'm worried.
Shava's multitasking.
Oh my god. All right.
How could I?
Everyone's right, man. At the very least, we know who to go after. You get kills. I can make him squeal. No,
I didn't want to speak with him. I do know a bit of Gnomish, if that helps.
Oh, it might.
He seems pretty wimpy to begin with, but I don't know.
He's just a party animal. He does not have a spine. If I were to take a guess, that's why he's the rat. Kind of a inconspicuous idiot.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Either way, all I know is that I'm not going anywhere near that man again by myself.
Oh, you're not gonna have to.
Alright, it's 10 o'clock. I'm having fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go to work.
Yeah, I think we're wrapping up too.
Yeah, because we've got a target, and we've all regrouped.
Yeah, and
Shield, and we've got.
I'm not going to be needed anymore tonight anyway, so.
Yep, you've got a plan. And yes, Shava has made a friend.
That is a understatement if I've ever heard one.
I knew that was a possibility, and a nat 20 is a nat 20.
A nat 20 is a nat 20.
Oh.
Modified 20 for for length.
Can I roll for throwing Spine Ripper's poop at the hut?
We'll,
can't see it.
Yes.
that will be something we can all imagine.
Actually, you know what? Shava's going to lock the door for a second. Leaves.
Left
Okay.
the hut. Take her down!
Well, I mean, she leaves the hut and the hut goes down, but then she can just lock the doors. And
Thumbs up!
Fine. What the heck is her name again?
Emma?
Emma. I was going to say Alice. I don't know why.
You forgot her name? Oh, Shava.
You're one of those people who wakes up in the morning and realizes you never learned their name. You just
Wait, yeah, she's learned her name, but it's taught me.
Yeah, you were talking for a while.
Yeah, we were talking for a while. I was going to say, wait, did we actually exchange the... Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so yeah,
I'm putting on my notes, Emma equals friends with benefits.
Yes. Yeah, so I think we can call it...
Shava has
Emma
now
equals
unlocked
love buddy.
the booty call.
Yeah. This session has actually gone on pretty long, so I think we can call it there.